Brady T.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing today? Welcome to another episode of the Pick Six Podcast. I'm your host, Musa. I got a great squad with me today. How's everyone doing today?
Doing good, how about you?
Doing
Doing good, man.
I'm chilling, bro.
Yeah, so we got a special guest on the show, man. We got my guy Brandon on the show, man. How you doing?
Going on, my dog. Working, bro. Everything's been crazy. Everything's been blowing up and going crazy, but I appreciate y'all having me, honestly.
Word. Thanks for coming, man. So we got a special show for you guys today, man.
We enjoy having you here.
Yes, sir.
All
We got a special show today. We're going to recap week 4 of the NFL, some college football games, of course. We're going to talk about the live game right now with the Jets and the Vikings. And we're going to give us some predictions of this Sunday's games at 1 and 4 o'clock, as well as the Sunday night and Monday night games. We also got a special segment for you guys, for all my bettors out there in the world. We're going to have a special segment for you guys with Mike, Brandon, and Ty. So first, I let everyone, get comfortable and enjoy the show. So I feel like it's best to start off with the betting segment. So quickly, for those watching, we're going to have Brandon and Mike and Ty go over some of their picks for this week, some of their favorite picks, whether it be your single props that you guys like to watch or bet on, or money line slips, whether it's MLB, baseball, MLB, basketball, WNBA, NFL, you name it. So I'll let you guys do the honors.
People out there trying to make some money, man. So y'all better come with some good numbers.
Yes, sir. You guys are in good hands, man. We got the triple threat right here.
No, for real. I mean, I could start.
Hit me out. If y'all hit, just remember grade A. That's all I want you to do. If you ever hit for anything big, just remember grade
Leave a comment down below if you hit big, man.
Yes, sir.
Man. So I'm starting off with my favorite 3 props right now. I mean, are Jalen Waddle for 4 receptions. I feel like, he's been doing it like past 10 games. Been doing it all this season, getting the looks. I feel like it's something that can honestly clear within probably the first half, honestly. So I feel like that's free. Tyreek Hill, same agenda. I mean, that defense that they're playing against is abysmal. So I feel like he can do the same thing. I know he's day-to-day. I think he has a slight injury, so we'll see if he suits up. But I feel like those two, it's kind of a given. They're going to get the targets. They lead the team in targets, so I think they're going to get the looks. It's just coming down to them just getting the receptions. And then I think lastly I had was Stafford for 200 passing yards, which is another one that's I think is free, honestly. So.
I think Ty gonna like that prop right there, man. Matthew Stafford. We got a Rams fan up here.
He does that in his sleep.
Yeah. Those are my favorite 3 dogs. Like those ones, I feel like they're locks. You do them straight, parlay them. You can run them as 2-man, 3-man. I feel like either way, you can put a good amount of units on those bets, and then you can just build a bankroll from there, honestly.
Yes, sir. And Mike, I'll let you do the honors real quick. Who's the Dolphins playing this week? That abysmal defense we got going against the Dolphins?
Some UFL team from New England, I heard, something like that. We're not much better. But,
it's okay. Pats by 3. We got Pats by 3 today. It's gonna be an ugly game.
We'll see about that. It could be 3-0. I ain't gonna rule that out. But it's funny you mentioned that, Brandon. So earlier in the week, I saw the weekly specials for the leader in passing yards on Sunday. I got Tyler Huntley at 110-1 to lead the NFL in passing yards just for the Sunday games. You think that has a chance of hitting? Or I just sprinkled a little bonus bet on it for the fun of it.
I don't know. Last time he wasn't looking to. I feel like he just got to get comfortable. I feel like he can possibly do it if he starts getting in a groove. We've seen him do it before, honestly. So it's just up to them trying to get like click. That chemistry got to be on point. So I feel like they kind of just tossed him in there. He's kind of still trying to learn the playbook, still trying to fill them out. They just got to get to know each other. So I feel like once they start clicking, it's possible. Anything's possible, honestly. We've seen it in the NFL plenty of times.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
but
Any other plays you got, Mike?
Yeah, I don't. Anyone don't play that unless you just want to sprinkle something for fun. That's not like a
Yeah.
serious bet. That's just for me to try to come up real quick. Like my best bets of the day, I'd probably take. I like the Packers -3. I know. I believe it's Dobbs or Reed. One of the two of them is out, but still, that secondary for the Rams is not good. I like the over in the Colts Jaguars game just because I think Flacco's an upgrade over Richardson and. They usually go over, and I don't trust the Jaguars anywhere, whether it be on offense or defense. Another thing too is if you want,
I gotta stop you right there, Mike. You say you don't trust what team?
Jaguars.
The same team you had better than the Chargers?
Yeah.
Nah. Let's talk about that because that was a
Don't worry,
blasphemy.
don't worry, Clips. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I just want to make sure that.
And then for the player props, two I'm going to give out real quick. I think it would be worth sprinkling a little bit on Amari Cooper for leading the league in receiving yards for the Sunday games too, seeing how bad Washington's secondary is. I go over his prop. I believe it's around 61. And then be careful with Deontay Johnson. I see a lot of people out there betting us over this week. He's going against Jalen Johnson, who's the better Johnson, the corner for the Chicago Bears. Be very careful. I would just stay away from it. I would not bet it over or under.
For sure. Ty had to step out real quick. So in the meantime, Brandon, where can we get some of your props, bets, or anything that you bet on these days? What's the best place to find you at?
I got it on my Twitter. I post a bunch of free plays. I also just joined the Bet Bucket team. It's owned by Matt Downs. He also runs like Daily Grind Fantasy. So they've been doing really great stuff over there. They either or. I mean, I post everything on that site on Bet Bucket, and then those who want to join, I did a weekly trial. I might do another weekly trial. It's like $30 a month, $750 a week, and we cash out like crazy parlays. I mean, I would say within the last like week and a half, I've been up like 15,000. So it's been insane. So. I do appreciate all people that are supporting me right now. I mean, they've been here for a grip, like I would say 2 weeks ago, I only had 7,500 followers on Twitter, and now I'm like approaching 16,000. So it's just the growth has been unreal. So I think it's just a testament to itself. Everyone, even if they alter my plays, you might have hit every single play, but even if you alter it, a lot of people have been profitable. So I mean, that's the main goal, is just making money and having fun doing it. Yeah.
I think what we're gonna do for everybody watching, if y'all want to tune in and try to get in the loop with him and what he got going on, try to make some quick money, we're gonna leave his links in the description down below, and then you guys will see that later on and stuff like that. So definitely check that out.
Sure.
Yeah, please support Brandon. He got good picks. If you want to come up, that's one of the best ways. I'm telling you.
Yes, sir. Also, man, join up our Discord too. We got the Discord Daily Talk Picks, where you can see myself, Mike, and Brandon's picks there. Also, if you want Brandon's exclusive picks, like you mentioned, you have to subscribe to the BetBuck channel, and get some of the best plays there.
For sure.
But now, moving on, it's time for Clips to get his, crescendo moment. We had an episode a few weeks ago where I was just playing devil's advocate, but I was on the side with Mike, so I'll stand on it. I had the Jags better than the Chargers. And it looks like the Jags might be in the running for the top 3 pick in the draft this upcoming season. So, Clips, if you want, or I'll let Mike go first. If you want to have your little moment with this Jaguars Chargers.
Mike could go. Go ahead. I want to hear this because about a couple episodes, if I'm not wrong, it was 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, the last place Chargers. Yeah.
So talk to me, man, because I feel like y'all are disrespecting them boys over there. Like they play with heart. They got somewhat good coaching. The offense is just, a little questionable, but they're formidable. Like I feel like I tell everybody, like just like basketball, football go either way any Sunday. That's just what it to me. I feel like the Jags on those Sundays, they be on the wrong end.
That's true. Before I rebut to that, I got a text from Ty. He said his picks for today are Deontay Wicks over 50 receiving yards, Josh Jacobs anytime TD, and Brock Bowers anytime TD. I just wanted to say that because he said the Wi-Fi kicked him off. But I just want to make it known to the public that Clips was bragging about the Chargers being up 10-0 on the Chiefs, and that didn't really go the right way for him.
Hear me out.
Show
That is very
yourself,
true.
Clip. I forgot about that, Mike.
I'm here. I'm here. Yo, hear me out. This is what I'm gonna tell you, right? The reason why I bragged is because we're up 10-0 in the first half against the defending champs. I'm going to take that. When you have Mahomes and them boys and Andy Reid and their coaches slow to start, you're playing exceptionally great. Now, do we not understand Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league? Can we all agree? Yes? Can I just hear everybody say yes?
I agree,
I
but if you look
want
at
to
the
put
stats,
that
they
out.
ain't good this year.
I also want to say that the Chargers played the Chiefs very well in division games since he's been there. Despite the losing.
So with the best quarterback in the league coming back to a win, that doesn't sound very far-fetched, does it?
Now, he did lose Rasheed Rice.
Yeah. But they still have more weapons than Rasheed Rice. Rasheed Rice is not the number one. So it's like
who else?
Who's the number one then if he's not the number one?
Because Travis Kelce ain't been
he's a shell
jack squat. Yeah.
I mean, even though you don't do nothing, even though he hasn't been doing nothing, it's still a key that you have to pay attention to on that field with coaching that is very, very unique in their schemes. They run a lot of trick plays. They got a lot of fast receivers. There's a lot to key in on when you're playing Kansas City. So I'm not taking anything away from their comeback win, but to say, like, for me, it kind of like them doing that was kind of expected. Like 10-0. 10-0 is really, think about it. You heard I bragged about 10-0 because that 10-0 showed me a glimpse of what could be if they really was to like get a guaranteed offensive number one piece and their defense just key in a little bit more. That 10-0 means something, whether even though it's only 7 points in a field goal, but that to me, the second half was more so on
Kansas
City's defense, yes. Where they just turned it up a notch. So I'm not really mad at them being they won. They were the better team. Now if this was the Chargers and versus Oakland, I'm not gonna be bragging that we're up 10-0 and then we losing a comeback. That is sad.
So it's kind of like go ahead. I'll let you
go ahead. I'll let you go. I'll let you say what you're gonna say.
So I want to go back to what you said about it's expected, right, with the 10-0 zip lead and stuff. And if they had a team that was full of potential, they can be better than that. It's kind of like when they had the number one receiver in Keenan Allen, they was up 27 or 20 zip against Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, in the playoffs a few years ago. I forgot.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they're not.
It's Keenan.
Go ahead.
What you gonna say? What you gonna say?
I was gonna say to sum it up. I feel like after that episode, I will say this. I think the Jags and the Chargers are in the same class. Who's the best ugly?
My thing is this though.
At this point,
you just compared now to a few years ago.
When they had a better offense,
different coach too.
Different coach. Yep.
That all of that plays into a factor. We're talking about the present with a team that doesn't have not diddly squad, but besides Justin Herbert, who else?
I don't know. You told me J.K. Dobbins was better. I'm gonna let you finish that sentence. We had this conversation off camera. I don't know.
Is J.K. Dobbins a better running back than who we talked about? To me personally, yes.
Who did we talk about?
I forget who we talked about, to be honest.
I don't think Musa did.
I actually did forget the name. That's
okay. Fair enough.
Are we really gonna?
It was a hot take, though. I will say that.
You said no, Peso. You got to understand because everybody was blasphemily saying that the the Chargers weren't better than a lot of teams. Now, one of the teams that everybody agreed was better than the Chargers was the bum ass Jags.
I think it was just me and Mike. I don't think Ty.
Yeah, it wasn't everybody. Watch that.
Oh no, my bad,
you
Ty. My bad, Ty.
I wasn't going that far
right.
either.
Ty's right. Ty lied.
Also,
My bad.
I remember
I apologize.
it was
Me and
it was J.K. Dobbins being better than Travis Etienne. That's what it was off camera. And I was like, I don't know about that.
okay. I'm taking J.K. Dobbins. Bigger back, stronger. I mean, not in size, but in weight. I'm taking that.
I don't know. Travis Etienne.
He's fast.
He's a better receiving back. We can't mention get hurt and have J.K. Dobbins in the same sentence.
They're using Tank Bigsby a lot more this year than ETN, though.
Which I don't understand why. But
Never.
I don't understand. I think that's a whole nother conversation. Doug Peterson, you get up out of there. It's like you can't have one of the better backs produce the way he did last year. They don't barely use him the next season.
But he's drawing up plays to get receivers open, and the almost $300 million man ain't hitting them. I don't know how much that is on Doug Peterson, to be honest with you. I think the analytics Tony Khan's analytics system that he's using is stupid with going for it on fourth down sometimes, but I don't know how much he is to blame, to be honest with you. I think that's a lot. I think it's a lot on the quarterback, but the defense has been okay. They haven't been bad. They haven't been great, but I think they could easily be. They should have beat the Dolphins, and they could have even beat the Texans. So if they're 2-2, are we having the same conversation right now?
Probably not. But fair enough, man. Fair enough. Any last thoughts?
You just spoke on a lot of ifs. We're not talking about an if, man. We're talking about what's certain, and what's certain is right now the Jags is not better than the Chargers.
So what's certain about the Jags and the Chargers? As far as the Chargers,
as far as right now in play, to me, the Chargers are the better team.
I think they're a coin flip on a neutral field. I ain't gonna lie. If they had a spread on a neutral field, they would be a pick 'em.
All right, so let me ask y'all a question. What's today?
October 6th.
I was gonna say, what's today's games for the Jags? I just want to see.
They're favored by 3 against the Colts,
and they're gonna lose that game too.
Who do the Chargers play?
Chargers are off.
Is it bye week
this week? Yeah. Let me say this: if Anthony Richardson was the quarterback, I think the Jags would actually win today, and I'd pick him. But I think Flacco's an upgrade over him just because he's not going to throw as many picks. So that's the only reason I'm picking the Colts today.
I think Doug Peterson might get fired if they lose this game. They go 0-5.
That's true. Trevor Lawrence, I believe, is 5-1 too against the Colts all time.
And if he loses, Mac Jones might get a start.
We'll see. We will see.
All right, enough of these stank-ass teams.
Oh, yeah. Well, since we know who
let's move on
about.
to the Patriots and the Dolphins then, if we're going to talk about that. No, I'm just kidding.
I know who Pacer want to talk about. We're going to talk about that Thursday night game that cost those who followed Brandon's slip. I know I did. Cost us a lot of money. We're going to talk about the Falcons and Buccaneers game. No defense is being played. A lot of points on the board. Kirk Cousins, 58 throws, 509 yards in the
58?
overtime.
Nah, we're not going to gloss over 58.
Trust me, we're not. Because the way Peso and Ty was talking in the chat, I was like, y'all. I didn't even realize he threw that many yards. But then when they said 42,
over 5 bills.
I was like, well, of course. No wonder why we didn't hit the bets. That's all I cared about. A lot of my hate in that chat after that game. Ty Peso was coming from losing money. He should have won that easily.
Can we go back to the defensive part? The fact that you said that no defense was played in Atlanta.
You're wild and no defense.
Atlanta held them. What was the final score?
So what happened?
36-30.
36-30.
Where Tampa Bay was struggling.
But you're watching the box score, bro.
Oh, no. I'm watching throughout the game how they was going up and down throughout the whole game. Yes, they was, of course, in the second half, Atlanta shut them out. So credit to them in the second half.
They forced a big fumble there at the end, too, against Bucky Irving.
Well, like 4 minutes left.
36 points, 30 points is like one of those. That's not going to happen regularly in NFL today.
Well, you got to remember on those Thursday night games, those teams are on short rest, so that plays a big factor into it. And on top of that, Tampa Bay has defensive injuries, so that's a big reason for that happening.
That was one of the reasons why I said there was no defense being played, because to those points. But we talked about this in the private chat, so I wanted to ask the panel. Peso mentioned that the Falcons are legit. Does anyone agree or disagree?
Hell no.
Bro, they're legit.
You seen the
All right,
schedule coming
I
up?
want to hear some thoughts. Why are they legit? And we're gonna get to the schedule right after, Mike.
Yeah.
Ty, you can go first if you like.
Well, I mean, they're one questionable call away from being 4-1 right now. I honestly don't see how it doesn't get more legit than that. Yeah, Kirk Cousins, 58 attempts is pretty crazy. But look at everyone he got involved in the passing game. He had five receivers over 60 yards. So when you shut out Bijan Robinson the way the Buccaneers did, and kind of Raheem Morris at the same time, you have to rely on throwing the ball. And I don't think any team other than, of course, a division team with the Falcons can go, head to head in a shootout with them. I give the Bucs their credit. And I know you want to say the Falcons didn't play defense, but Baker Mayfield just 180 yards. Godwin and Evans both had 5 receptions. One of them should have had more. This is elite play. And I know the whole overtime rules, we don't like that. But this team, honestly, the only biggest scare this team has shown me was that week 1 where Kirk Cousins didn't know how he didn't seem how Kirk Cousins is. He was too scary, could have barely moved. But all that's gone now. He seems healthy. He seems ready. He seems poised in the pocket. I don't see how they get worse than this. So I would say out of the few NFC teams that we have seen to really be good this season, I would say they're legit, and they're probably a top 3 team in the NFC right now.
Aaron Rodgers is down on the field, not to interrupt, but he doesn't look good. And Sauce Gardner just got injured as well.
Yeah, Sauce Gardner's been playing bad these last few weeks. But Ty, do you think Detroit can get in the shootout with Atlanta? I think so.
Yes.
How about the Niners?
That's probably when they're healthy, of course. When the Niners are healthy, you never want to take a lead for granted. Especially last year, Detroit had that lead in the NFC Championship game, and they blew it away to the Niners. So when the Niners are healthy, yes, but it doesn't look like CMC is coming back anytime soon. So that's their biggest piece. Yeah, but CMC is that piece in that offense.
I agree, but I think one thing I will give credit to that offense is this. We know they're way better with McCaffrey in, but even with him out, they know how to plug in other running backs and get production out of them. So I think they'll be fine, at least to get him until he's fully healthy. What about the Eagles? You think the Eagles can get into a shootout with them if they're healthy?
No. The way the Falcons played, no. The Eagles haven't shown me they could get in a shootout. They showed me that they can come back probably down 2 scores using Saquon Barkley, but in a shootout, no. Because I know deep down, once Jalen Hurts gets the ball, it's going to end in a turnover, and that throws it away.
Okay. Because like I said when we was talking in the chat, and I'll let you guys can take it away. The NFC's kind of, at least at this point, I'm only speaking up to week 5. The NFC's kind of mid besides the Lions, the Niners when they're healthy. I want to put the Vikings in it, but like I said, I was kind of hold off on them yet because I got to see a little bit more. They're doing great right now. And then probably you throw in the Falcons if that, but I still like like I feel like their division is probably one of the toughest divisions other than NFC North on that side. Because I still like Tampa, despite them losing, and I
If you
still
think
like New
about it, the
Orleans.
AFC pretty mid too.
The
Yeah,
AFC
the whole league is.
AFC
Yeah,
is
the
only
whole
mid.
league's mid.
AFC is only mid because of quarterback play in right now. And
Yeah,
like
that's
a
worse.
lot of organization stuff. Like the Bengals shouldn't be this bad if we being honest, but it's a lot of outside noise with the organization and contracts. The AFC is still tougher than the NFC. They still have the cream of the crop quarterbacks that you have to get through to get to that Super Bowl game. So at least 3 out of the top 5 or 4 of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league is from the AFC. So I still like the AFC better than the NFC currently. And you can name probably more than 3 teams that's legit in the AFC.
Other than the Chiefs, I can't name any. I'm not gonna lie.
That's legit. Chiefs, Ravens, Bills.
Ravens ain't legit. The Bills.
Yeah, you've been consistent on that, but the Ravens I think is legit.
Bills.
I'm not too big on the Ravens, even what Derrick Henry done, and then the Bills either after what we just saw recently. I just feel like both of those teams in the playoffs, when the lights hit the brightest, it's always something with those two quarterbacks over there. So I don't really trust them.
But the problem with that is the Ravens, and even with the Bills, the only team that they can't get by is Mahomes. And I think that's like that for anyone in the league. The only team that beat Mahomes is Brady. No one else has beaten him.
Cincinnati has.
And when the lights is brightest, they like Super Bowls. They got that one game, Burrow got that one game. But besides that outlier game, no one has been able to actually beat them in the biggest moments. So you can say that for everybody, to be honest. This might be the year, though. I said that last year.
No, I don't think
might
so.
be the year. Because Mahomes don't look like himself right now, at least. But Peso, why do you think the Falcons are legit?
Well, let me just clarify this with the panel and everybody watching. I never said that they was legit. I had them come up. I was the one who said that in the chat. I never stated that comment. I had the Falcons going to the NFC East. Let me bring it back against the Lions, and I had the Lions coming out of the NFC. I do think the Falcons have a huge chance. We're still early in the season. I think they have a huge chance to win at least 10, 11 games, given what the rest of their schedule is looking like for the rest of this season. And just like Ty kind of evaluated on Kirk Cousins earlier, him looking more comfortable in the pocket. We got my man Swag surfing down here now, so that man loving Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But it was real good to see him use a lot of the wide receivers, get Kyle Pitts involved more. London was involved more and stuff like that. And
Darnell Moody's is number 1.
Yeah, it just looked real good, man. So I'm definitely big on them. I'm not gonna go too far and say they're legit yet. I need to see more from that defense because I do agree. They looked at a little sus, a little scary in the first half and stuff like that. But like I said, the NFC is pretty mid, but I think they are one of the top 3 teams in the NFC right now.
So okay. Clips, why do you think they're not legit?
Because Kirk Cousins is known for shitting the bed at certain moments.
I'm glad you brought it up. That's what I was waiting for.
I'm not banking on Kirk Cousins against top defenses. 50, I get it. He threw 500 yards. 50-something attempts is absurd. That's damn near playing Madden. Like, we're not going to, and then you're going to say they stopped Bijan, but Tyler Algier was balling.
No, he wasn't. No.
At certain points, to me,
he had why I lost money.
Yeah, don't say that to Musa, bro. He don't want to hear nothing
he had
that.
certain strong runs.
he didn't even have 25 rushing yards in that game, bro. It hurt.
But
that's all I needed.
Yeah.
With Bijan, you got to remember with Bijan, he's more of a threat in the passing game than the running game.
I agree.
That's fair.
Go ahead, Clips. I'm sorry. I had PTSD when you brought that name up.
Not feel you. But I'm just not banking on Kirk Cousins. 58 attempts against a top pass defense is not going to – that's some of them play like – no, I forget, for example, right? The catch that Mooney had, I said it was a great adjustment on a double coverage in the end zone for one of his touchdowns. Like, that's not something you're banking on a lot of times for it to happen. Like, there was a lot of 50-50 balls that they got. I'm not gonna lie. But are we really saying that they're legit because they put up he put up 500 and they put up 36 points against the Buccaneers? Against the top defense and he did this, maybe. But the Buccaneers that have injuries.
And their secondary injuries too.
Key secondary injuries. People out of position. People that don't know how to play the ball. Like, come on, bro.
These are some valid points. But I think what Ty was mentioning too, and I'm gonna let Mike share his thoughts. I think Ty's point of view is more so like overall throughout the season is why he has them as legit. Like he said, they could easily be 4-1 right now if it wasn't for a blown missed call. So I'm not mad at that. I'm just, like I said in this private chat, my pushback on them right now is the defense because I just got to see a little bit more from that defense side of the ball. And they had the pieces to do it. They got some good corners, AJ Terrell. They got Grady Jarrett. I like the pieces they have there on defense.
Excuse me, I was not talking about Tyler. I just had to look at the stats. My fault.
Oh, that's why I was like, I know. Because that old line act like they couldn't block when he was in there for run packages. It hurt my heart. But anyway, yeah, I think their offense is formidable, easily top 5 offense. So they're going to put up points. Are they going to put up 36 though? Because no, but
wait,
I can
you're
see them
saying,
putting 20.
You're saying Atlanta is a top 5 offense?
They can easily be a top 5 offense, yes. I think so. Absolutely.
Can we go through offensive right now? And
they can easily be it. You can make the debate that they can be outside the 5, but I don't see.
What are the top 5 offenses right now? Offense, excuse me.
My opinion or the actual top 5?
In general, your opinion or like what are like as a parent, what is the top 5 offenses right now?
Hold that real quick. Mike, did you have any thoughts on this? Is the Falcons legit or not?
Basically, with their schedule they got coming up, I could see them being the number 1 seed. But I love how everyone's saying, oh, they could be 4-1 with the right calls. You get Koo missing that field goal, and the Eagles play competent defense. At the end of the game, they're 0, and the same thing with the Bucs. They're 0-5. But I think the Falcons, as I said in the preseason, I think they'll make a wild card spot. I still got the Bucs in that division. I'm not going to change on that, but. The thing is, I know you said Kirk Cousins doesn't shine when the lights are the brightest. He's won 2 one-score games this year, and 2 years ago in Minnesota, I believe he won 10 or 11 one-score games. So I wouldn't agree with that. He doesn't show up when the lights are the brightest.
It
I know
sounds pretty clutch to me.
Yeah, like
Kirk Cousins is not clutch though.
I don't know about that.
But
let's not forget those Minnesota blunders, man. Let's.
I think we just need to give credit when credit's due, fellas.
Oh,
I understand the defense looked the way it looked.
I'm not saying I'm not giving him credit. 500 yards is exceptional.
Oh, now it's exceptional.
4 TDs, but 58 attempts, bro. We're not glossing over that. We're not glossing over the fact that if we put him against a top 5 passing defense and he throws those 58 attempts, he's not coming away with at least 1 more, 2 more interceptions. And it's not looking like that. That's what I'm saying.
I get that. We just can't call it, I understand because, that's thinking about something that never happened. We're talking about something that happened. For him to be that age, 58 attempts, 500 yards, I just think we got to acknowledge that. It was a great game.
I acknowledge that. I won't disagree with that. I will say the clutch part, like I was talking about Kirk Cousins primetime, he's 14 and 21 in primetime games. I just want to put that out there. So this is going back to the Minnesota and the Washington days. This is just being consistent. But,
what about the play against the Saints? That's not a clutch play.
Oh, that was a clutch play. He has clutch moments. Let me clarify that. He has clutch moments. But when the lights are the brightest, he tends to fail more than succeed, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he technically has three clutch plays this season alone. It's been the first 5 games.
See, the lights are the brightest too. I wouldn't consider that primetime games. Primetime games are just when you're scheduled. Why does that mean the lights are the brightest? It should be more situational than anything. That's why I would factor in the 1-2 score games this year and the 10 or 11 1-score games 2 years ago. Just because it's prime time doesn't mean the lights are the brightest and everyone's watching. It has to do with pressure.
Fair enough. Now back to what Clips was saying. So the actual list I pulled up for total offense right now, the Falcons in 9th, so they're a top 10 offense. The top 5 in that total offense is the Ravens at 1, the Niners at 2, the Packers, which was going to be a team I was going to ask Ty about. Do you think they can get into a shootout with? Lions is 4, and the 5th team is the Seahawks. And y'all want to guess who's right behind the Seahawks at 6 for total offense in the league? Anyone want to take a guess? Who will be the 6th best team on total offense? Team I talk about a lot.
Oh, never mind. We'll go to the Commanders then.
Yes, it is. But yeah. I still think the Falcons could easily be close to the top 5 offense. Now if you have them outside the top 5,
you mean the Falcons?
Yeah,
Falcons are number 9. Yeah.
Falcons are 9. The Eagles are 7, by the way.
Okay.
Texans are 8, and then the Saints is at 10 with the Vikings at 11. So
that just shows.
Go ahead, Mike.
That just shows how much the Saints' offense has declined, though. Look at what they did the first 2 weeks and how they've already fallen almost outside of the top 10 now. That's I don't think we can expect much out of them going forwards if we've seen that sort of decline already.
Fair enough. Moving on, though. We're going to get into our recaps. Well, we've already been diving into recaps, so let's talk about this Ravens game, particularly a player that, we heard fell off a cliff, and that's Derrick Henry. He had a monster game, obviously, against the Buffalo Bills. I want to ask you guys, is Derrick Henry turning back the clock, or he's always been this running back, and he hasn't really slowed down as much as we thought he did?
I don't think either one.
Ty, I see you unmuted. I'll let you go. I know you've been waiting for this one.
I don't, bro. My first point I ever made to you guys was Derrick Henry shows me similarities to LeBron James, because every season we go up in here and we look at this old guy and we say, this is the year, this is the year he's going to fall off. But he still hasn't fall off. Has he got in a little slower? Yeah, that comes with age. But when you're almost 200 rushing yards, get out of here. I don't know how we can sit here and discredit somebody almost rushing for 200 yards.
We just did it with Cousins.
It has to be
509.
Yeah, 509. But even to bring Clips's point when he was talking about the 58 attempts, a couple weeks ago, we saw Caleb Williams pass for 52 attempts and only put up, 14 points?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the team, not even the offense. I think the offense put up 7. So I think this is one of the points where it's same thing with Kirk Cousins. Yeah, we all have our own opinions about this person, but we cannot sit here and discredit them. That was a ridiculous thing. He can literally win games by himself. And the first couple weeks, we talked about the Derrick Henry production that wasn't there. They're not using Henry. And now they're using Henry. He's going off. I don't know how we can say any negative about Derrick Henry. The only thing we can say is, yeah, he got a little slower, but somehow, some way, he's still running over these defenses. So,
yeah, I agree. I feel like he just has to get a lot of touches to kind of warm up that engine.
That's what I was gonna say. I definitely was more concerned about the offensive scheme of Baltimore, how he was gonna fit into that scheme. But with him getting all the touches that he did, it worked out. I just need to see it to believe it. I definitely think he is slower, but again, I got to give credit when credit's due. He definitely had a good, amazing game, and shout out to him. Hopefully, Baltimore utilizes him more and he stays healthy.
I think coming into this week, he's leading the league in rushing. Obviously, a bulk of that comes from that last game where he was a yard short from 200 rushing yards. But just wanted to put that out there. Any other thoughts on Derrick Henry? Mike Clips.
I think if you put when Keaton Mitchell gets healthy and you put him on that offense, he'll even put up better numbers than Derrick Henry is right now. And I know everyone says he keeps coming back and he never fell off a cliff. I don't know what happened last year. He didn't do nothing last year, and he's too slow for my liking. He's no threat in the pass game. I just think it has a lot to do with the offensive scheme. I think that helps him out. And hey, as long as he doesn't fumble, I think he'll be fine in that offense. But I'm not gonna overreact to a Cowboys team that has no defensive tackles and injured Buffalo defense. Like I gotta see a whole season of consistency to change my opinion on him, because I know Kelsey had a good game last week, and I know the defense is double cover him a lot, so he doesn't get his numbers. But he still had a good game last week. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna change my opinion on him. I think Noah Gray's a better tight end right now than him. I'm not gonna lie.
Fair enough. Just want to put it out there because Mike said he didn't really do nothing. Derrick Henry didn't do much last year.
I was about to bring that
280 carries, 1,167 yards, scored 12 touchdowns in 17 games. Was a Pro Bowler. He averaged almost 69 rushing yards a game on 4 yards per carry.
Well, compared to what he did earlier in his career, that's fallen off. Look at what at
his peak.
Yeah,
that's
I was going to say. He's a great player. I'm not saying he's not, but he's just not. He's a shell of himself. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not good.
It's hard to replicate a peak season where you rush for over 2,000 yards. And if he does it again this year,
those are running backs breakout season numbers, bro.
Yeah,
that's his off year. That's his off year. Come on, bro.
I just think it's a different NFL now than it was a few years ago, and just he'll win you some games, and he's a good goal line back and that stuff. But I just think you can make the offense more dynamic using a different style running back. I know Justice Hill doesn't have the body type that he does, but he's much better in the passing game. But Keaton Mitchell's bigger than Justice Hill, and I think when you split him in that offense, hopefully he's back soon. I don't know when he's coming back, but I think you'll see Henry go to a Gus Edwards role that he played last year in that Baltimore offense.
I love Keaton Mitchell. Excuse me. I love Keaton Mitchell. I think having those 3 running backs along with having Lamar would be very good for that offense, and how they'd be able to keep people off the field like a Patrick Mahomes off the field. Quick update: end of the third quarter, the Jets are down a touchdown. Vikings 17, Jets 10, and the start of the fourth quarter. Vikings ball, and it's 3rd and 10 on the Jets 46-yard line. Look like it's a good game so far. Jets are starting to make a comeback, at least, making it more of a watchable game. Clips, do you have any thoughts on Derrick Henry?
No.
Fair enough.
I think everything was said. So we're gonna move on. And Clips, I might start with you with this one. Nico Collins had a breakout year last year, and he's continuing to add on to what he's done last year this season. Do you guys think Nico Collins can make the argument to be a top 5, at least top 10? He should be a top 10 receiver, but do you think he can make an argument by the end of the season to be a top 5 receiver in the NFL? Any one of you guys can start.
I think absolutely. I actually bet him a few weeks ago to lead the league in receiving touchdowns, and I feel very strong about that. I think he's their new form of Andre Johnson, as I've said before, and I think he could easily be top 5 by give him another year or two, maybe even by the end of this year. But yeah, I think he'll do great things.
Yeah, I mean, when you produce the way you're producing with that receiving core, and you're the star out of all 3 of them, and that's not to discredit Tank Dell or even Stephon Diggs, but when you're literally showing that you're the guy, you can easily be top 5. there's certain people that, you know, they're the number one, and their numbers look great because they're pretty much the only receiver. But this guy's numbers is gonna look so good with all these other receivers that it's gonna make you want to see him by himself on a Justin Jefferson type, you know, receiving core. Like, how much can he do? A lot of people, to Mike's point, they're already comparing him to the Andre Johnson. I think that's a little too early, you know, because I've seen Andre Johnson. But Nico Collins, he's honestly, I didn't buy into the hype because they grabbed Diggs, and I think Tank Dell, how he finished the season last year was amazing. But I would totally eat my words. He can easily be top 5 this season, especially when it's not really any big receivers, you know, doing big things. Justin Jefferson's doing the same thing he's been doing. But there's no one else that's really, you know, like shocking the league, other than Nico Collins, I would say.
Okay. Anyone else? Clips, Peso? So I'm gonna run off some receivers, and you guys tell me over or under. Over will be he's better. Under is obviously he's right behind. Obviously, we have Jettas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under on that one.
Yeah.
He's
Under,
behind.
clear.
You got Cheetah, Tyreek Hill.
Under, clear.
I don't know, man. He actually
Only
led the
because
league in
Cheetah
drops
just has-
last.
That's true. But
Yeah.
Cheetah just has that he has that type of like he just has that speed intangible where it's kind of not fair. Like, you get what I'm saying? You could like he's bound to get open some way somehow. Like, that's just why I say under.
CeeDee Lamb.
No,
Wait.
I'll take
Under.
CD under.
Jamar Chase.
For what I've
So I
saw
guess-
this
so I guess
season,
I'm going this season overall.
Under for now.
Yeah.
'Cause that's to be determined.
Jamar Chase is still that guy. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
so.
I'll go under for right now.
So that's 4 right there. Fifth person, AJ Brown.
No, I'll take Nico.
I'm going-
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm going over. I'm going
Yeah.
over on my boy Nico.
Mr. Always Open.
I don't know about
AJ
this
Stubb.
one.
AJ
It's
Stubb.
beautiful.
I think AJ's a better route runner too. I think AJ's a better route runner.
I don't think he's
No, that's
happy in
tough.
Philly right now either. So he might not be giving us all. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, he's hurt. I think he's been dealing with a
Yeah.
hamstring.
But
Yeah,
I
which
even
hurts
at
now.
the end of last year, he wanted to trade out of there.
Yeah. Next name, Devontae Adams.
I'll take Nico
Under.
Collins.
I'm going Tay.
I'll take
Tay all
Collins.
day. I'm taking Tay all day.
You got Ty.
I'm going with Devontae because it's
He's-
still too early in the season. But to make my point, he can jump over Devontae Adams and AJ Brown this season due to AJ Brown being hurt and Devontae Adams still working out the whole trade thing, and we don't even know where he's gonna go. So right now I have Devontae Adams, but easily can jump over.
Next name I got for you guys, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I'm gonna go with Nico Collins.
Yeah, I'll go with Nico because Amon-Ra, I think
1,500
he.
yards, 10 tubs.
But this season, I feel like I don't know. I expected more out of Amon-Ra so far. The production might come in later in the season,
Yeah.
but I think Nico Collins is. Doing
Yeah, we're
something
talking
amazing.
right now. Then Nico, yes.
Jameson Williams is their home
I'll-
run hitter.
I was gonna yeah, Jameson's the one that takes over the top, but I also feel like, to your point, Ty, Amon-Ra hasn't been his numbers is not out there glaring because I think they're running the ball a lot more to start the season than they normally did last year. So that's probably playing a role in it. But I like Amon-Ra. He's Mr. Consistent. He can play outside and inside in the slot. Good route runner, great hands. But I'm not mad at that. Next name, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna take the over on this. Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, I'll take Nico Collins.
Yeah, Nico Collins.
Yeah.
After that, we got Garrett Wilson.
I'll once again take Nico Collins.
I'm like, this is the sad part because like Garrett got all this talent.
Yeah.
It's like he can't get.
It's nothing. It's nothing against Wilson. It's literally I don't know what's going on with the Jets offense.
They're not running nothing
I'll
for
take
him.
Nico.
I'll go Nico. One thing I will say, I might have a little. Well, let me get this name off. Mike Evans.
No, I'm going with Mike Evans. I ain't gonna lie on that one.
Mike Evans.
I'm taking Mr. Consistent. But I'm gonna have my rant real quick because that was the 10 names they had on Fox as the top 10. Why in the hell is Brandon Ayuk in this list over Terry McLaurin? I'm sorry. I know the numbers is not gonna probably be in my favor, but I'm sorry. We watch that tape. McLaurin is bro. He's a demon out there, and he's showing why when he got a quarterback. I personally think he should be a top 10 receiver. I will put him over Brandon Ayuk. Right now, he's definitely playing like a top 10 receiver. I'm not mad if you have him between 7 to 10. That's fine, but I would probably still take Nico over him right now, but I can flip a coin with that. I think Terry McLaurin's the real deal. I don't think he gets enough respect or credit he deserves as regards to who he had on his team at quarterback and with the team success. But I think now with having Daniels there, I've been saying it for the last few weeks on the live and in the private chat, he gonna prove why he should be in this conversation. That's just me.
I think Terry McLaurin has to prove, though, because he has the talent without a doubt. He just hasn't, he went missing a few games last year with Sam Howell there and stuff. I think you might see him in that top 10 at the end of this year. And shout out to you, Moose, about hipping me to Jaden Daniels. I hopped in on the MVP for 100-1 ticket, and now it's already down to 25-30-1. So I don't think he's going to win MVP, but I'll probably sell that ticket if it goes to 5-1 or something like that.
Yeah, man. And I mean, like I was saying though, with Terry, it's tough because he probably has some games where he wasn't doing what he should do or was capable of, but it also comes down to the play at quarterback and what the scheme is, and it's only so much you can do. Even last year, you had over 1,000 yards, 79 catches, and that's what Sam Howell and whoever else they had playing, because there was some games Howell missed. And I think Howell led the league in. I think Howell led the league in passing yards that year. If I'm not mistaken, last year he led the league in passing yards.
Howell's gunslinger. He's like a young Ryan Fitzpatrick almost. You're gonna get a lot of picks with him, but you're gonna get a lot of yards also. It's just all or nothing with that man.
Yes. So I'm just really high on McLaurin, and I feel like it's time for him to prove to everyone why he should be in these conversations like I believe he should be. But we're going to move on, man. We're going to quickly, before we get into our picks for the week, we're going to quick update on the week 5, going into week 5 and week 6 college football points, pick 'em list. So right now, I have taken the lead. I have 91 points. Clips is right behind at 89. We have Mike at third place with 82. Ty got 72 points and Peso with 70. I was thinking about doing another power ranking, but I'm thinking I'm going to save it for when we get to week 8. So we get halfway through the season or just about halfway. We can kind of see where everyone's at with the power ranking. So I'll hold off on that for today. But yeah, I think now we can move right along into our pick'ems for the week.
All right. So y'all want to start off with college or NFL?
We can go college. I think we have a little shorter list with that, so we can get that first.
All right, so top 25 standings, we could see. I doubt we'll see USC fall out.
My bad, Mike. Speaking of college real quick, I just, I like how we didn't address how Alabama got upset last night.
Yeah, a lot of teams got upset.
Oh, we can talk about it real quick.
Tennessee too. Nah, I ain't got really too much to say, but life hit you real fast.
Hey, all I know is let it have been Colorado to lose to a team like that. It's been all over socials. I ain't
Bro, they wouldn't
nearly
even
as
be,
much.
They wouldn't even be able to keep up with the team in the SEC, bro. I don't even want to hear that.
It don't even matter about the conference. From my point, my point is, even when Colorado loses, for example, when they got crucified earlier to Nebraska, that's all you've seen all over socials. Alabama just lost to Vanderbilt. Really? Like, nah. I seen one, maybe 3 posts about it.
Yeah, but that's because they don't try to shove it down your throats on social media like those the students and the players at Colorado do. Like, look at that student body tells you everything right there. They storm the fields in a game where they're 2-point favorites against Baylor. Are you shitting me?
Well, it's Colorado. They haven't had success since they had Mr. Cordell Stewart there. Shout out to Cordell Stewart. If you know, you know. Shout out to him. So I would expect them to storm the field for that, and for good reason. Secondly, it's not about the players. The reason why I brought that up is because it's mostly who their coach is. I promise you, if Dion was coaching Bama and they lost to Vanderbilt, it would have been all over the newsfeed the way it was for Nebraska beating Colorado. So it comes with the territory. It's okay. I just like to point out the hypocrisies when it comes to social media.
See, I'm the opposite on that. I don't like Colorado, but I'm a huge Dion fan. So, like, I'm in the opposite boat on that. I like Dion a lot. I think they're too overhyped, and I don't get the obsession with the team. But I love Dion. I actually got an old Dion baseball card from when he played on the Yankees. I'm a huge Dion fan.
Fair enough. We can move on to the college football picks. There was a lot of upsets, to Peso's point.
Yeah. So we'll start off with Ohio State at Oregon. Ohio State's -4.5.
Ohio State and Oregon.
I got Ohio State with the points.
I'm gonna go. I'll take Ohio State straight up.
I'm doing the same as you, Musa.
Yeah, give me Ohio State. Straight up.
I think that's pretty clear. Ohio State straight up.
Well, we're talking about the Alabama, Colorado, and Oregon. What do we think about this quarterback class? After we've seen all the upsets and everything, I think we can all agree that this isn't too good a quarterback class coming out this year.
I don't know. Cam Ward, though.
I like Cam Ward and
the way he plays, bro, he acts like he's not a quarterback.
He's
nonchalant. I don't know. I think that's going to be perfect for the league because you won't get scared.
I honestly think he solidifies himself so far, at least to this point, as the number one QB1 for this draft.
Yeah.
Which means New England should tank.
Oh, so you don't want Drake May?
Oh, you must not know. I've been consistent about this.
Nah, I know. You don't like him.
But I don't think it's not that I don't like him. I just don't trust North Carolina quarterbacks.
Yeah, I don't believe.
They haven't shown me any otherwise. Hope he can show me differently. But I wanted Daniels in that draft.
Yeah.
I said I wanted him to trade up, find any way to get him. Help Earth, whatever you got to do. Go get McDaniel. Go get Daniel. I kept saying McDaniels because of Josh. Thinking about his shirt. That's another subject.
All he had to do was miss the field goal against the Broncos, and you would have had him. But... All right.
Brings me pain.
Next game we got is Penn State at USC. I don't know if USC will be ranked after this week. They probably will be. Penn State's -3.
I got Penn State straight up.
My bad. What's the teams?
Penn State -3. USC.
I'll take USC straight up.
I'm taking Penn State -3.
Flipper.
I'm big on USC this year.
I'm taking Penn State -3.
Okay, next game we got is Red River rivalry. Texas at Oklahoma. Texas is -14.5.
I got Texas straight up.
You don't
I
take
got Texas straight up.
Texas straight up for me.
But they might have Big X up there too. Shout out to Big X plug, man. Yeah, I got Texas straight up.
I got the same. That's can't wait 14.5. But Okay, last college game we got is Ole Miss at LSU. Ole Miss is -2.5.
I got LSU straight up.
Yeah, give
the way they
me.
looked last week against Kentucky was I'm good on them.
Yo, Kentucky's defense not
I
that
almost said
bad,
Kentucky's
bro.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Give me LSU straight up.
Yeah, I'll take LSU straight
I'm gonna
up.
take LSU straight up. Shout out to that boy Aishan Genti. I probably pronounced his first name wrong, so my apologies. But he's definitely up there in the running for Heisman, running back from Boise State, and the Cowboys should go draft him if they can.
I believe he's 8-1 before yesterday to win it. He was third behind Hunter and what's his name, Jalen Milroe. No, Jalen Milroe was the Ben favorite, but that was pathetic. He should not have been up there to begin with, and he won't be after that happened yesterday. I'm going out Ole Miss -2.5. Okay, now we're on to NFL. First game, Ravens at Bengals. Ravens are -2.5.
Trues. Give me the Ravens.
I got Ravens straight up.
Same. Lamar gonna show why they are legit, Mike. Again.
I got Cincinnati straight up.
Yep, I got Bengals straight up.
Yeah, I got Cincy straight up.
Yeah, since he loses this game this season, they might as well wave it goodbye.
At the end of the season, if they lose, I think they're gonna find them at the middle of the season.
All right, next game we got is Browns at Commanders. Commanders are -3.
I got Commanders straight up.
I got
Washington
Commanders
straight up.
Yeah, Commanders -3 for me.
I'm torn with this.
I'm going Cleveland straight up.
I want to take Cleveland in this game, but I did that. I bet it against Commanders last week and they won, so I'm gonna go Commanders straight up. I just feel like if they can give Deshaun some time in that pocket, he can get the ball to receivers against that secondary because he did it last week. They should have won last week if that wasn't for that egregious holding call they called that cost them the game.
Yeah, I think there's going to be chaos today. A lot of unexpected outcomes. So I'm gonna try to. I might crash and burn my picks, but we'll see what happens. Next game, we probably got the worst matchup of the year. Miami at New England. Miami is -1. You seen the injury report? I'm just telling you.
No, I know. I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm trolling. I'm gonna pick the Pats anyway, but
yeah, no, I feel you. It's not a bad pick, bro. I'm not.
I know they're gonna. Kyle Duggar's. I don't think Kyle Duggar's playing either.
He's questionable. Last time I checked, I don't know.
He's questionable. The O-line is on house arrest. Like it's bad in New England. I heard there's a lot of locker room turmoil because, of course, he was just crying about not getting the ball.
I got Patriots straight up.
I got Miami -1.
I'll take Miami -1.
Damn, I'm kind of torn.
Yeah, don't bet this game. Anyone watching? If you bet this game, you deserve everything that happens to you.
Honestly, the first game I ever seen where everyone is a plus for anytime touchdown. That is ridiculous.
You saw my bet in the chat, right? No touchdown score for the whole game.
Yeah.
35-1.
New England has to win at least one game at home, so let me get the Patriots today.
Hey, Ramondre Stevenson's coming off the bench this game. Gibson.
I was going to say, he's a fumble waiting to happen this year, so I don't think that's a bad thing that he's not starting for him. Okay, next game we got is Bills at Texans. Texans are -1.
This should be a great game. I got Texans.
I got Texans straight up.
Same.
Yeah, Houston
Texans
straight up for me.
I have the Texans straight up.
All right, I'm going the Bills. Straight up. All right, next game we got is Panthers at Bears. Bears are -4.
Let me get Chicago -4.
Yeah, fact.
I got Panthers.
I'll take Chicago with the points.
Yeah, I'm going. Let me take Chicago with the points.
I'm gonna take Panthers. Who's home? Wait, let me see. Who's home again?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, I'll take Chicago.
I'm taking Chicago straight up.
Same. I want that straight up.
Next game we got is Colts at Jaguars. Jaguars are -3.
I got the Colts straight up.
I got Jaguars straight up. I feel like they got to win today.
I'll take the Colts straight up.
Give me Jacksonville straight up.
Right. Okay, next game we got is Cardinals at 49ers. 49ers are -7.
Cardinals straight up.
I'll take 49ers with the points.
Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals with the spread.
Cardinals spread for tie. Pacer, what was yours?
You had 49ers.
I'll take the 49ers with the points.
Okay.
I'm doing the same as Pacer.
I'm doing 49ers with the 49ers with the points.
Okay. Next game we got is Raiders at Broncos. Broncos are -3.
Give me the Raiders.
I'm taking the same Raiders straight up.
I'm taking the Broncos.
Let me get the Broncos straight up. Yeah, let me get the Broncos straight up.
I'll take Broncos straight up.
All right. Next game we got is Giants at Seahawks. Seahawks are -7.
The 12 man. I got Seattle straight up.
They playing in Seattle?
Yes, in Seattle.
Yeah, I'll take Seattle straight up.
Yeah, let me get Seattle straight up.
Same.
I'm taking Seattle -7. All right. Next game we got is Packers at Rams. Packers are -3.
Real quick before we give our picks for that game, just want to do a quick update of the London game. Vikings is up 20-10. Jets have the ball at the Minnesota 25 with 8:26 left in the game. 2nd and 10.
Might have just thrown a pick. Nope, incomplete. But I got Green Bay -3.
I think Green Bay was trade.
Yeah, let me go Green Bay -3 as well.
You know who I'm going with.
The Rams?
Of course.
I got Rams straight up.
I got Green Bay straight up.
All right. Next game we got is a Sunday night game. Cowboys at Steelers. Steelers are -3.
Let me get the Steelers straight up.
I'm picking the same as Eclipse.
I got Cowboys straight up.
I'm gonna go. Where is it at? In Dallas?
No, it's in Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna go. I want to go Dallas, but Micah Parsons is not playing, so I'm gonna go.
Trayvon Diggs questionable too.
He's
No Brandon Cooks.
No Brandon.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers. Steelers. Yeah, I got Steelers straight up. I trust the Steelers defense and Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, give me Dallas straight up.
All right. Next game we got is the Monday night game. Saints at Chiefs. Chiefs are -5.5.
I got the Saints.
Give me the Saints with the points.
I think Tyrann Mathieu gets a pick on Mahomes as a welcome back home.
Let me go Chiefs with the points.
I'll take Chiefs straight up.
Yeah, I'm going same as you, so Chiefs straight up. All right, next game goes the Thursday night game. 49ers at Seahawks. 49ers at -3.
49ers at Seahawks.
I'll take the 49ers with the points.
I'll take
49ers with the points.
I'll take the Niners straight up.
Damn. This is a tough.
It's tough. I really want to take Seattle. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think San Fran getting healthy now. We're gonna start seeing San Fran of the old. So.
I'm taking San Fran straight up.
I just don't think Seattle's gonna win 2 games in a row.
Give me Seattle straight up. Well, knowing Seattle, they might lose to the Giants today.
Yeah, that's true. No elite neighbors for the Giants though, and no Devin Singletary. But the last game we got is the London game next week. We got Jaguars at, it's in London, but Bears and Jaguars at -1.
I got Jags.
I got Bears straight up.
I'm going Bears straight up, nigga.
You know, Jags in London are pretty good. So if they can't
That's why,
get a win, they'll get it in London. So be the Jags.
All right, I'm taking the Bears straight up. And that's it. That's all we got.
Thirsty. Well, that's going to conclude this week's episode of the Pick Six podcast. Thanks for everyone watching and joining on the show. We're going to continue giving out these picks each week from Mike, Ty, and Brandon. Who knows? I might even chime in and give you some props that I like myself. Thank you again for supporting the show, supporting us. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Keep getting the subs up, man. We're trying to continue to grow. We grow as you guys grow. So, man, have a great Sunday. Stay safe, everybody. Peace.
Peace.